Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another video here on the EGL channel, and we are back into FIFA and some squad builders. Now, I think a lot of the community are being kind of like, I mean, this is part of my friendship group by FIFA at least anyway. I've been a bit disillusioned for a little while with FIFA, but FUT Birthday is here. The squads have been great, the content's been fantastic, and it's kind of brought me back in. I haven't played Weekend League in a few weeks, and then I seen Ronaldo, etc., and then we jumped in. But today's video is mostly about a cheap squad you can put together with some of these FUT Birthday cards. Now, there's a lot of insanely priced ones. I mean, Mendy's 1.02, Sane, expensive. Look, so many expensive, but here and there, there's cheap little cards that look very, very good. Some of them in around 100k. We're not really venturing outside of that, and we're not talking about SBC players today. We're going into some of the cheap players out of both the two teams. So we're going to be talking about Simon, Hwang Hee-chan, Zambia. Don't think we've got anybody else particularly in this one. And then in team 2, we are going to be talking about Gunter. We're going to be talking about Bernadeschi, and I think that's it. And we're going to be talking about some of the free players as well. But let's have a look through Bernadeschi first. Now, we're going to go through the players, and we're going to go and jump into some squads with them all involved. 67k. He's 86 rated as a cam, obviously from Juventus. 5-star, with a medium-high work rate. Obviously, the attacking is the high. Looking at his stats specifically, I mean, I've already thrown a hunter on him here, because I presume that's what you'd be using, because if you reset that one, it's only at 86 pace. A hunter gets him to 97 acceleration, 95 sprint speed. His dribbling's really, really good. A 5-star. I think what's putting people off and why he's only 67k as a 5-star player is the fact that he has that high and average body type, which is not necessarily ideal. Stamina, not the greatest either. But honestly, I played against him when I've been trying to do some of the icon swaps. A lot of people using them in first own when they have packed him, and you know what, his dribbling looks really, really fast. He seems quick on the ball, even though he is 6'1" and obviously that body type specifically. But you know, it's not necessarily the end of the world. From 67k for him, let's move into one of the more hyped ones. 100k for this left back Gunter, Christian Gunter specifically, with 5-star skills and the 3-star weak foot. Pace is insane. A lot of people putting an anchor on him. Gives him these defensive stats with fantastic dribbling. His passing's pretty decent as well. He's a very, very good left back for 101,000. I mean, that would put him, what, to 94 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. He's going to be a quick boy. 6'1" as well, so high and stocky. He's going to be one of these ones who is a little bit more stocky. Probably could play him as a centre back or a CDM, etc. So he is another good player. This blows my mind. This absolutely blows my 34 to 35k for Hwang Hee-chan, who was incredible at the beginning of the game. I'd probably go with something like a finisher just to get his balance up a little bit. Dribbling obviously gets that cracked as well as his agility, but his finishing and everything obviously off the scale. Pace, ridiculous. Jumping, stamina, I mean, stamina's decent. His short passing's good enough. 3-star skills is not the best, but 5-star weak foot with the medium and high work rates. I think that's a steal. Even if you're looking for a sub or anybody, that is an absolute steal. Let's continue on. Junior Samba, a right back. He's going to be coming to my team shortly because I managed to pack untradeable Atal. Very, very fortunate. A ridiculous card. I think a lot of people are going with an anchor on him, to be honest with you. Looks really, really good. Reaction's not necessarily the highest. Is that what everyone's going for? Yeah, anchor. Yeah, it looks good. Shot power 92. I mean, at this point, if he's in on goal, just hit it and he might score. Good free kick accuracy and crossing. So he's going to be a really, really good wing back, I feel. Great strength, great aggression. Stamina's fantastic. It's a really, really good card. 5-star skills, 4-star weak foot. Medium's maybe not the most ideal, but if you've got him on stay back, then that's fine. If you've got him on get forward, he's going to be doing that anyway, so the instructions should override that. We are going to jump into some teams in a second. Moses Simon, 36k for him, 4-star skills, 5-star weak foot. Still very, very good. I think the dribbling's really good outside of the reactions. This is probably the one I would be least favored with, just being the 4-star skills and the 5-star weak foot. Medium. It sort of puts you off him a little bit, but still for 36k, he's definitely going to do you a job. A lot of people putting in a marksman onto him, and that is because of the reactions, and the dribbling just bumped that one up a little bit. I still think that's a pretty decent card. The stamina does let him down too, but he's going to be fun. He's going to feel nice on the ball. Interesting to see how we would be playing in game. Let's jump into the free players though. Hamza Chowdhury. I think this is a really nice one. 5-star weak foot on a CDM who is primarily going to be sitting back. He doesn't necessarily have the shooting statistics to do a great deal. A lot of people putting on him. Shadow, I would have thought so as well. I mean, that Bob Sub very, very nice. I mean, look at this. Gee, I mean, he's going to be so good defensively. Okay, his dribbling's maybe not the best, or his shooting's not the best. He's short passing at 90, but that's all you need. He's going to be one of these stay back while attacking kind of CDMs. Again, I played against him when I've been trying to do the swaps, and he has been causing issues. He's very, very strong. And Steve Mandanda. I want to complete this one just because of the objective and how you actually have to do it. It's obviously a full team of keepers, so it makes it really, really fun. 5-star skills, looks a good keeper nonetheless. Mandanda's always been really decent. Even in this game specifically, I've used him a couple of times. Very, very good. Free keeper, 88 rated, and I think it's only like 6 games or something like that, maybe 7. I'm not 100% sure. Either way, these are all the cheap and free players that you can use. And let's have a look into some of the squads that we are trying to build with them. Now, this is the cheaper side of things, while still using full FUT Birthday players. 750k. I don't want to tell you, I think, okay, you might say that's not cheap, but if at this stage in the game you don't kind of had that amount of coins, I mean, you might be like me and have just plowed it all into SBCs, but in this case, this is obviously for liquid coin players who've got a lot of coins on their hands. 750k for this one specifically. There's many, many upgrades you could do. We went on the cheap side with some, but I think the main core of the team is obviously Chiellini and Bernardeschi. I think that is a very, very nice little pairing. Obviously, the perfect link gets you very, very nice links there. Chowdhury, I think you could put next to Chiellini in a 4-2-3-1. Very, very defensive, but at the same time, you know, it's one of those things. If you did want to play a 3-back with a 3-5-2, you could probably move Gunter up into there potentially as the other CDM. Again, a very, very strong CDM pairing. Very, very, I want to say it's quite a stiff CDM pairing, but at the same time, a really, really lit squad with how we managed to fit them all in. Obviously, I'll play as a 4-2-3 around. I'll probably play a Rashford and I can't say his name. Stop slide, or you know what, I'm probably going to get roasted in the comments for that one. Either way, Hwang Hee-chan and Bernardeschi will be playing and Cameron up top. The 5-star skills and weak foot just looking so, so good on those two. So that's the first team. Having a look at the second one, we have spent a little bit more on this one. And yeah, it's one of those where it's 930k. Not the worst sort of money you could be spending, but we do manage to get in these other two players, Sambia and Simon. I don't like this one necessarily as much either, and it's a little bit more expensive, to be honest with you. I kind of prefer the other one, but this does get Simon and Sambia in, but I don't think it's necessarily worth the difference, to be honest with you. That one's more expensive, that one's cheaper, that one looks like a better team to me. But both teams very, very good, and it's a good way to get these FUT Birthday players in your squads. Let me know what you think of these players, the cheap ones, the squads, if you're going to be implementing them into your game. Either way, very excited to see how some of these guys play. I know some of them are really looking really, really good. I think Gunter's the standout for me there in and amongst them. Hwang Hee-chan, as far as a cheap beast goes, stupidly good value. But anyway, let me know what you think of the teams. Leave a comment below, like the video as well, subscribe if you have not. We'll see you for the next one.